Hey everyone, it's Tom here. I'm here with Sean and Clock.
Sorry, you weren't supposed to hear that. Stream's not started yet. Oh my god. Oh my god, is that PS1 Hagrid with the 22 months? Thanks, dude. Thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. How's it going, chat? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. You got Richard, welcome. You and the one, welcome. Yeah, so I thought about doing a short stream today. Didn't really have anything on the agenda originally, so I was struggling to find something short and sweet to play, and then I found it. I found the perfect thing that we can stream. Earlier this week, they did a dev update for 2XKO. It is a video that has been, people have been talking about it. It's an hour-long video talking about all the changes and updates that the developers have been doing on 2XKO for the past 6 months. Because you guys might remember, but there was a beta test that happened back in August, and we played that on stream and had a really good time. But it's a beta, right? And so there's always stuff that's subject to change, and who knows, maybe the game that we get is going to be vastly different from the game that we played. Yeah, it does seem like the big news that was circling this week that got a lot of people talking was that 2XKO is going to have a launch roster of 10 characters. 10 champions, sorry. They're called champions in League, right? I gotta make sure I'm using the correct lingo here. Which is actually kind of small for like a team fighting game. You know, in a game where you're picking 2 characters per team, that means a roster size of 10 characters is probably going to cause a lot of overlap. But personally, I don't think it's too bad, because I feel like the characters that are in the game have a lot to work with. And so, you know, that combined with the fuse system that they're doing for 2XKO could potentially result in a lot of different play styles, at least for the first couple of months until everyone narrows down what the meta is and then just copies each other's notes for the rest of history. Like how it is with every other team fighting game. But yeah, I mean, it's also League of Legends, so I figure whatever characters they can't add now, they can just pick from like the 200, 300 characters that are in League and drag and drop them eventually. Best 60 hours of my life. And yeah, it's Champions. They did say the roster gets faster after launch. That's cool. I mean, I don't really know how big the team is for 2XKO, but I have a feeling that it's a lot smaller than people think it is. Also, holy crap, huge Joey Wheeler. I got a huge, big Vi and big Wheeler in my chat today. Welcome, Abyss Watcher. How's it going? How you doing today? Well, yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good week. I spent a long time playing Monster Hunter yesterday and today. Trying to catch up on my Monster Hunter Wilds grind. Because I don't really get to play a ton during the weekdays. And so, when the weekend hits, I'm like, oh shit, I have to finish my weeklies. And I gotta finish them like soon. Or it's the rewards are going to expire, right? But Monster Hunter's been a lot of fun. I've been mostly doing like solo quests. And so I'm kind of getting that nostalgic experience that I used to have playing Monster Hunter. Because when I used to play Monster Hunter back in the day, I never got to play with people. I just played single player on my PSP for the most part when I was at home. And I'd only play with people if I like met up in person with them. But like there was no online play at the time playing on my PSP. And so yeah, that's been really fun. I like solo play a lot. I spent most of my time learning the combat for Lost Judgment this week. Damn, you've been playing a lot of games, Hagrid. I see you jumping around. Did you end up buying the Dynasty Warriors game that came out a few months ago? Because I remember you played the demo for that, but I wasn't sure if you got the actual game. Like, I was kind of curious about it. I've always been a fan of Dynasty Warriors, but at the same time, it kind of got stale for me after a while. Like, the gameplay gets really repetitive. But I know with the new Dynasty Warriors, they're kind of going for, like, more of a fleshed out single player campaign, right? And so yeah, that's definitely piqued my interest. And then you did Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii? Damn! That's crazy. Are you liking Lost Judgment so far? Are you enjoying it? I didn't get around to Lost Judgment. I've only ever played the first game. But I know the second game is just like Yagami meeting up with high schoolers, and he shows up with a skateboard and he's like, how do you do, fellow kids? And he does a sick kickflip and everyone's like, oh wow, you're totally not an old guy, you're just a high schooler like us. You're just like us for real, Yagami. He's like, yeah, of course. Hey, what's up, Millie? Welcome in. How's it going, Millie? You have 300 hours in Lost Judgment? What the hell? That's so long? Is that all just mini games? Are you the type of player to try to do every single thing in the Yakuza game? Gameplay's beyond insane, you have no idea. I know how RGG games are. I'm very familiar with them. There's a lot of stuff you can do, a lot of ways to lose time, but man, 300 hours is insane no matter how you look at it. I can't remember the last game I've spent 300 hours on. Like maybe a fighting game, sure. But single player game? No way. No way. Just had a photo shoot. What are you, a model? Hang on. Hang on, Millie. No one told it. You never told us you were a model. Wow. I hope the photo shoot went well. Did you catch your good angle? Did you catch your cute side? I think I got fucked up angles, you know? I think I look good from the majority of my angles, and then there's always the couple of angles that are just a little fucked up. I gotta find my weak points and, you know, try to mask those weak angles a little more, so that I always look good to people. But yeah, again, guys, probably not gonna stream for too long today. because I do have work schmirk tomorrow. So we're going to see if we can jump into this in. I'm gonna get the video prepared. Probably have over 1,000 hours on Yakuza games because of 100%. So you are a 100% gamer. You're insane. I mean, props to you. I have a friend who's like that. He's like super big on getting achievements and trophies and stuff. And sometimes I wonder, like, man, are you even having fun? Do you ever burn out? And for him, it's more like getting the achievement is the fun. It's the fun and the addiction of marking off stuff from a checklist. Always in a long skirt because of the scars on my inner thighs and butt. Oh, you got butt scars? It's cool. I got some really weird scars too. I have a weird body. I don't know if I ever told you about my body. I have like a birth defect on my chest that makes my chest like cave in. And so it's always been kind of funny looking. I've always looked that way. I've always looked a little funny. And I remember it causing a lot of confusion when I was a kid, you know, taking off my shirt at a swimming pool or like any such situations, and then all the other people just kind of stare at you. They're like, whoa, what's up with your chest? What the hell happened there? It's kind of cool having a hole in your chest though, because I can get sick ass nicknames like Heartless, Mr. No Heart. I have so many stretch marks from losing weight. Dude, there's a new, speaking of stretch marks, there's a new Nikkei with stretch marks. People have been losing their shit over it. There's a new Nikkei named Bretty, and she's like on the chunkier side. I don't mean just like a little bit of like baby fat or whatever. I mean like she's legit kind of chubby, right? And so people like zoomed in on her skin texture and found that there were stretch lines, there was cellulite. Like the shift up devs planted the texture. They knew exactly what they were doing. I'll show you. You can see it right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, I'll show you what the Nikkei looks like first. And then we will zoom in, we will enhance. So this is Bretty. She's a new Nikkei who cooks food and taste tests stuff. That's her thing. She likes taste testing. And then if you zoom in on the tummy, you can see here. You can see the texture. Look at that texture. The stretch marks. So it's the little details that I appreciate, honestly. You know, shout outs to the shift up artists for giving true representation. And see, oh yeah, the internet's been going crazy about that. There's been a couple like big characters in Nikkei for the last couple months, but I feel like Bretty really popped off on social media. The main villain of Kingdom Hearts has his name be an anagram of no heart. Oh, yeah. Xehanort. Wait, Xehanort, right? I never knew that was the anagram. That's so funny. I never realized. Kingdom Hearts is so corny, but like in a charming way. Okay, guys. Who's ready for some 2XKO? No gameplay, of course, today, because the game's not playable yet. It's not out. We're just watching a gameplay video update, like a gameplay update video, a dev update. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That's what I was trying to say. Words. Words are very hard. Okay. Oh my god, Clockwork. Clockwork always jump scares me. I'm still not used to the sage beard. Hey, what's up, Robbie? Welcome back. How's it going?
Hey everyone, it's Tom here.
Yeah, we're just
I'm here
starting.
with Sean and Clock for a dev update on 2XKO. Last
This is
month,
an hour,
we
by the
announced
way.
that we're revisiting our plans for Alpha Lab 2. And after that, we know you had a lot
Yeah,
of
dude, these are all
questions,
old
wanted to
men
know
now.
what we've been working on ever since our first
I remember
Alpha
when
Lab
I was
last
young,
August.
they did not look so
in this
old.
video, we're going to catch you all up.
That means
We'll
I'm
go over
next.
all the big gameplay changes since Alpha Lab 1.
Soon
and
I
walk
will
you
be
through
the
our
old
newest champion,
one.
Jinx, and finish
Maybe
off
I already
with
am.
the dev show match. First, let's talk about how Alpha Lab 2 fits into our overall development.
They're adding a lot of costumes in this
Until
game
now,
now.
the focus
I'm
has been
noticing.
getting our core gameplay right by building and testing demos of the game at
New
events like EVO and
Clockwork.
Combo Breaker.
Clockwork.
And your feedback here has really helped keep
Washed
us on
up
track.
veterans like
At this point,
Clockwork.
we're feeling pretty confident about the core game, and so we're entering.
Dude,
a
I
new
miss
stage of
Yasuo.
development
Yasuo's so
and
fucking
shifting our
sick.
focus to the mountain of surrounding work that it takes to launch a really great game. This is stuff like
It's so
backend
much fun
servers,
playing Clock
improving
or
matchmaking,
playing Yasuo.
localization,
I almost said
and
Clockwork.
UI. Alpha Lab 2 was
You had a
intended to be
productive day?
larger
Yeah, let's
scale
go.
playtest on the road to launch.
I'm glad you had a
but as
productive
we were
day.
putting it together, we find ourselves having to make some short-term trade-offs. That
No
could
more
end up
Yasuo in Tass's
ultimately
life,
delaying
only
the launch of the
Yasin.
game.
No,
So
I
we
hate the
decided to
Yasin.
downsize that test.
Yasin
instead
killed
of
my
getting the
daddy.
full game out to everyone as soon as we can. We're still planning a large-scale playtest closer
I'll never
to the actual
forgive them.
launch. And as we dial in the details, we'll continue to put the game together and keep you in the loop.
Dude, I really like the 2XKO lobby. It's such a vibe.
We're just going to show you all the things we've been working on ever since Alpha Lab 1. You ready? Let's go.
All right, so I want to talk about the first
New
four
character,
areas,
Jinx.
Gameplay and control simplicity. So we just received a lot of feedback that
All right, hang on. I'm going to be pausing throughout the stream, by the way, to catch up on my thoughts here. But was this what caused the Twitter discussion? There was a bunch of like people arguing on Twitter about like fighting game simplicity and inputs and stuff, and then it was kind of like people complaining about complicated inputs versus people complaining that we're not gatekeeping new players enough. That's the gist of it. That's the gist that I got from like poking my head into Twitter for 5 seconds.
inputs felt confusing.
Can't wait to be a glue eater,
and that
Darius.
there was
Dude,
actually some
Darius
that
is the
overlapped
biggest
and
glue
You
eater.
were trying to do one thing, but you got the wrong outcome. So what we did was we took a look at the controls and the gameplay, and we simplified and consolidated a lot of these things.
Dude, what the fuck what else could you simplify? It was a game of like two special buttons. One button specials. Special 1, special 2. Like you didn't really need a lot of motions. I think there was hard execution in this game with like Yasuo. I remember having to deal with a lot of his like complex stance change stuff. But I would say most characters in the game were probably on the easier side to play, right? Maybe they had dash macros or like micro dash combos and stuff, but it wasn't super hard, right? Fantasy Strike mentioned. Hey, what's up, J Red Ink? Do you play Fantasy Strike?
Things.
Do you fuck with
I'm
the
gonna start
sirloin
the first
games?
One, launchers and anti-airs.
Okay.
So if you remember before in Alpha Lab 1,
Down heavy.
heavy was your anti-air,
Yes.
and down forward heavy was your launcher.
Yes.
And this is pretty confusing. So what
Is
we
it?
did was we made it so that just down heavy is your launcher that has anti-air properties. So go ahead and jump at me, Clock. You'll have a little
So
invincibility there. You can follow up with a combo, which is great. But this is also your launcher. So there's no more launcher plus anti-air as separate things. And you notice that some characters that had one, or the other, they just remain with one. But characters like Darius and a few others, we actually kept that move on their kit with a different input. So this button for Darius used to be his anti-air. This is now forward and heavy, so you can still use it for pressure and combo routes and things like that. I also want to talk about
wouldn't the down heavy not being a launcher open up like combo possibilities though? Because since you're not launching them upward and you're keeping them at a specific height, wouldn't that have opened up new opportunities for stuff to happen? Perhaps, mayhaps, perchance. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, I wonder if they took away some stuff from that.
sweeps and overhead.
Oh, what the fuck? How did it speed up?
So before,
Okay, now we're
the
good.
input for overhead used to be forward and medium, and we got a lot of feedback that people were like, "Hey, I'm
They switched it
running
to 6H. Let me rewind here. I thought what I read or what I heard was that they just
start with the first one.
combined both
launchers
of the launcher
anti-airs.
and the 2H.
So if you remember before in Alpha Lab 1, down heavy was your
Like, they just do the
anti-air,
same thing now.
and down forward heavy was your launcher. And this is pretty confusing. So what we did was we made it so that just down heavy is your launcher that has anti-air properties. So go ahead and jump at me, Clock. You're able to have a little invincibility there, and you can follow up with a combo, which is great. But this is also your launcher. So there's no more
Yeah, they didn't
launcher
mention
plus
anything about a
anti-air
6H
separate
yet.
things. And you notice that some
I don't
characters
know if
that
they're
had one,
gonna mention it
or
later.
the other, they just remain with one. But characters like Darius and a few others, we actually kept that move on their kit with a different input. So
Are you talking about Darius? I'm not. I don't play Darius, so I'm just ignoring him. Sorry. I think that part just went by, just like past my head.
Darius used to be his anti-air.
I
He's not forward
do
heavy,
not
so
care
you
about
still use it
Darius.
for pressure and combo routes and things like that. I also want to talk about sweeps and overheads. So before the input for
Anything
overhead used to be
Darius
forward and
specific is
medium,
not important
and we
to
got a
me.
lot of feedback that people were like, "Hey, I'm running after people and I'm trying to hit medium to start pressure or combo, but I'm actually getting my overhead." And it
Yeah,
didn't feel
I
very
could
good.
see this being
so
an issue.
there are now characters that have overheads. They're now on down forward and medium.
Down forward.
And we're trying to consolidate that, as well as sweep is down forward heavy.
Okay,
So anybody
I mean,
that has
I think
sweep
that change
is
makes
on down
sense.
forward heavy. And then the other thing I want to talk about was team button simplification. Forward plus team to call your forward assist, especially out of block, was a little bit of a struggle because
Overdone
sometimes you
3M
get
sounds
push
gross.
block
You
and
think
then,
so?
you know, you lose a bar.
I feel it's
It just
nice
wasn't
if you're
very
trying to
intuitive with how
avoid,
you'd want to pressure folks. So now,
like,
you just press team. That does your old forward assist.
hold forward into.
Just like before,
6
holding
ammo,
back and hitting
whatever.
team. That does your back assist.
Yo, it's good, Synapse.
Then you might be wondering, like, well, hey, how do I do tag launcher? Because I used to press team for that. Well, we wanted to make it consistent and easy to remember. If down and heavy is your launcher with anti-air properties, then down and team is your tag launcher.
Down
And so
TH
those
tag
are
launcher,
pretty
yeah.
consistent now and easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
In Alpha Lab 1, used to be able to hold
Yeah, I've just
4 plus
started
team or
watching the
hold
1
back plus
hour
team
update.
to get a
I'm
charge
getting
assist.
conflicting information in chat. I'm getting like super, like, I didn't hear anything about a 6H at all. Did I miss it?
Or a running assist. We removed that from the game except for in Sidekick Fuse, which is a new fuse.
Hang on.
Get a-
Like
In
reading
Alpha
two
Lab
things at
1,
once.
used to be able to hold forward plus team or hold back plus team to get a charge assist or a running assist. We removed that from the game except for in Sidekick Fuse, which is a new fuse I'll talk about in a bit.
Sidekick.
But the reason we removed it was it actually led to some pretty stale gameplay across all teams. Where you sit full screen, you hold forward or back plus team, you send your assist across, and you see what happens. If it hit, you handshake tag and you do a big combo. If they block it, you
Stop
handshake
telling me
tag and you
about
do
Darius.
pressure.
I don't care about
If they
Darius.
jump, you handshake tag and then you
Why do
jump
you guys
and
keep
air throw
bringing
or
Darius
launch,
things?
or anti-air.
Is there a
And then
universal
they'd be like,
option
well,
for
I'm just gonna hit the
6H?
assist. Well, then you punch them with your point for hitting it. So on top of that too, it actually allowed for a lot of follow-ups that we really didn't intend for, and it just started to make.
Is it
kids a little bit more
universal or not?
homogenized than we like.
Also,
We
yo,
like
Mikishi.
Darius S2.
Mikashi, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We're doing a watch along for the new 2XKO update. But hope you had a great stream. Welcome in. So not everyone, but a lot of characters have 2H or 6H now. I mean, dude, there's like 5 characters in the game. Like 6 characters in the game.
Knocks you really far away, outside of the corner.
So I
But with
wonder
charge assists,
who they're
you
talking
just
about.
Hold it and run across the screen and follow up. And so again, it made a lot of the situations and outcomes pretty similar. So we're excited to separate that out a little bit. Looking at the next section, super input simplification. There you go. There we go. We got there.
AKA
we heard a lot of feedback
sis.
around down. Being a struggle on some peripherals in particular, but even on ones that folks were mixed about. So we removed that as the input for supers and now made it a lot easier.
Down.
Now the input is hitting any normal, plus special. So for super 1, you hit, I can do S1 plus L, and that will go ahead and do the super for Darius. But you notice I can do any normal with this S1 to get that super. So I can do M plus S1. I can do...
I don't know, man. I feel like it's hard for me to get like an accidental super on a down input compared to just pressing 2 buttons at the same time on accident. Like, people are just gonna get into accidental supers now, mashing normal plus special. Like, maybe they'll go for like a plink input or something and just get super. Played Eternal Return. Oh, is that the mobile game, right? Or the Battle Arena game? If I'm thinking of the right one. Yeah. Is the community for that one still active? I don't mind 2-2 inputs, but I hate 2-2-2 inputs. If they add the third 2, I'm out. That's like too much.
S1 plus
The worst MOBA
H,
in the
they'll
world.
Give me that S1 super.
Sean, what about S2 Super?
Oh yeah, S2 super. Same thing. So you hit S2
S2
plus
and
any
any
normal
special button.
So
Or any
S2
normal
plus
button.
L gives me that S2 super.
Oh,
S2
it's
plus
simpler.
M, same thing, and then S2 plus H. This is
Yeah,
important
I
for
just
us.
feel like it comes with pros and cons. Because you have, on one hand, like a move that newer players can do easier. But on the other hand, I think a lot of people at all skill levels are just going to get it on accident now.
because, you know, one, it's a struggle, we know, to do like down on analog sticks. But 2, like, you might have your button set up on your peripheral in a way where one normal might be better positioned to hit with that special than a different one. So we really want you to have, like, you know, the best way to get these things out. And that's, yeah, so it should be pretty straightforward and easy. Also, want to talk a little bit about ultimates. S1 plus S2.
That's your ult. Okay.
You may have noticed just here that they cost 3 bars.
It's a lot
now.
more simplified.
This is pretty important because we really wanted to make them feel impactful.
Yeah, they used to
a
cost
little
2
bit
bars,
rare.
right?
So when you see them, you know they hit. We've adjusted the damage accordingly as well. And also, we also adjusted meter gain. And then one time,
How does it work for Yasuo, though? Because I know he has the... he used to have the super that combos into the other super. So can he still do that? I mention it later.
Happy birthdays. Specifically, I know some of you, myself included, may have been in Alpha Lab. You got this happy birthday, Clock's9 over here, and you know, one of the characters falls out. And if it's their point character and they punish you while you're still doing the combo, you're like,
Dude, I fucking hate that the term happy birthday is now being mentioned in like an official dev update video that's like trying to get new players into the genre. Like, there's something about it. It's just fucking rubbing me off the wrong way, man. I absolutely hate the way that 2XKO has been tackling social media, and like they come off as like, oh yeah, our game's more accessible now. It's cool. You guys can come play with us. But then they also like throw around all this fucking lingo and shit that no one knows what the fuck, like no one knows what they're talking about unless you're already playing fighting games.
why did I get punished for hitting both?
And the next patch, they're gonna
What is
mention the
happening
Piccolo
here?
Vortex.
So
The
we
craziest
used global
vortex
hit pause
ever.
And made some key adjustments.
Casual's
to
not watching
counter
this video, but I'm just saying, like, in general, outside of this video, just the way they present themselves on like Twitter or anything like that. I saw a 2XKO post that just was an entire combo typed in numpad notation. And I understand numpad notation. I know what the fuck it says, but it still pissed me off reading it because I'm just like, dude, like, what are you guys doing?
hit pause as well in order to remove some of those cases where the happy birthday would just drop unexpectedly. And to a similar effect, assists no longer enter the battlefield if the point champions hit before the assist lands. Those reductions actually make combos a little bit shorter and made the game feel quite a bit faster. One other thing I want to talk about here too was parry. So we heard a lot of pain around parrying a physical attack and then accidentally getting another parry afterwards.
We heard a lot of
Not
pain
only
about
break that
fighting
parry,
Darius, and
but
so we
lose that meter and then
nerfed
get punched by
Darius.
your opponent. You're
That's
like,
what I wanted to
this
hear.
is a sharp reversal of fortune. Can we not do that? And so yeah, so we took that out, of course. Physical hit. I'll go ahead and parry it. Finally,
So now there's like a
increased,
slow-mo.
input consistency in various advanced situations, like when you're double tapping and carry canceling. So folks that were using those techniques should find things.
Yeah,
a
it's like
lot more
SF6
consistent. We made some changes
now
to
with
fuses
the
and other core gameplay
screen
systems,
freeze.
you know, based on a lot of stuff that we heard. And I actually kind of wanted to
Yeah, I
talk
guess
a little
they're
bit
also
about
not
new fuses and Pulse.
making
Starting a
your
little bit with
inputs,
Pulse, folks
register
had
at
a
that
lot of really
time?
great feedback around it. You know, you may have seen, you know, the message I shot out last month. You know, talking about hey, that fact that's not a fuse anymore, and more specifically, folks wanted to pair it with like other fuses in the game, especially when they're duoing and bringing their friend onto their team. They still wanted to use a fuse, but maybe have their friend use Pulse while they didn't use it. We actually have it as a toggle in Champ Select. Anybody can turn it on and off at that moment and try it out. So let us know what you think. So let's get into Champ Select. Luckily, it remembers the last.
What are they going to do with Pulse? Because I feel like
Yasuo. Go Darius. So you notice here at the bottom,
As Pulse
it says
combo.
Pulse combo.
Uh-huh.
So any of us can hit this button. You see at the top, the old Pulse icon appears, and that means that you have Pulse enabled. And just as a reminder, Pulse, will let you mash
the
light,
auto
medium, or
combo.
heavy, and they'll go into like a short combo. And if you have the meter, it'll
auto
do
combo
super.
mode.
There's
Simple
still
mode.
like much better combos to do out there. But it's a really great start if you want to get in there and have a good time and start to learn the flow of what these characters can do.
We also made a
Okay, so it's not a fuse anymore? If I'm understanding this correctly, did they just remove it from the fuse system entirely? Because I hope that's what they did. I don't think Pulse was a very good fuse. And it shouldn't have been a fuse. Because, like, the fact that it was selected meant that you were just stripping yourself away from other actually important mechanics. Like, oh shit, I picked Pulse, so now I can't do double super. Or I picked Pulse and now I can't do double handshake tag. Like, stuff like that, right? And so I remember like playing 2v2 with certain people, and sometimes someone would pick Pulse on my team, and then we were just kind of like fucked, right? It's like, well, I think we're just handicapping ourselves at this point. So yeah, it's pretty smart of them to realize and adjust that. I don't think it was good design. It's hard to beat Dragon Ball FighterZ auto combo. That was useful even outside of easy combos. Dragon Ball FighterZ definitely did it well. I think that's like the first game I think of when I think of auto combos that are not just a mechanic that is beginner friendly. Because in Dragon Ball FighterZ, like the auto combos actually served as a function, right? They were a unique move that was tied to every character's kit, and you couldn't pull off that move any other way. Like, it was just a unique extra
small
move.
change to the Pulse in which we still wanted you to be able to chain like light attacks, so you can hold back or down back and mash light, and you'll just get chainable light attacks and not the whole Pulse combo.
So
Yeah, okay.
let's talk
It's similar
about
to
two
how
fuses.
other games have done
The
it then.
first one I want to talk about is Sidekick, which I'm going to have.
Like, if you want
Tom
auto combo,
Bach,
you have to be
pick and represent,
neutral.
And I'll go ahead and take Juggernaut. Fight as a single champion with enhanced power.
What the fuck? Fight as a single champion with enhanced powers. And then Sidekick is assist cannot be KO'd or tagged to and has unique tools to help the point. Wait, what? Assist can't be KO'd or tagged to. What the fuck?
Powers. We're going to talk about those powers in a second. We'll first talk about Sidekick a little bit. A lot of y'all like asked us like, hey, I want to learn this game, but I kind of want to learn a support role. I want to like,
The supports, aka I don't want to play.
Be the star of the show when I really
want to
have
play
like,
as little
take
as
the time
possible.
to learn the game or learn a specific
But pretend
character and
like
not
I'm
have all that
helping.
pressure on me. So we listened, and so we came
When
up with
Goku
this fuse called
prepares the
Sidekick,
Genki Dama
where
off screen,
the character that you start with,
he's just charging from
they never switch
99
out.
seconds when the match starts.
However, your friend can come in and perform an assist, but they don't switch out ever there. They can also do charge assist. So you remember before I was like, hey, those are gone from the game except for Sidekick. So Tom, if you like hold the team button, see the old charge assist.
Oh, so you can only do that in
already got
Sidekick now?
hitting that synergy. Another cool thing is
Sidekick is like the
Sidekick,
assist
can actually get up to 5 bars of
fuse.
meter. And so I have a meter maxed out now, but you see us both with 5 bars. For Sidekick, your point character gets a little bit of a health boost along with a defensive boost once they're at 20% or less health.
30%.
30% less health.
30%.
The cool thing is that the assist can perform a super in tandem with their point character. And so let's see if you guys can do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my S2 super Tom, and then you can just mash your Time Winder super.
We'll try.
There you go.
Wow.
Ooh,
It's like DHC.
Could have been a little juicy there. If
Little bit of
notice,
juice.
Sidekick has Fury Break at the start. We used to call
Fuse for
the
Yumi
combo breaker
mains?
system in our game dynamic
Fuse
save.
for your
It's a
Yumi? Who's
mouthful.
Yumi?
It's a lot of words.
Cable
alright?
Beam Viper.
We now just call it
What's
break.
up, Scramble?
When one of your champions
Welcome in.
dies, your remaining champion will get 50% of their break meter, and it will change to this new meter at the top you see called Fury Break.
Fury Break.
These two fuses, Sidekick and Solo, they actually start off.
Yo, hey, what's good?
After you taught me how to record battles, no one's attacked me.
For real? It improved your PvP game in Nikke? Let's fucking go, dude. Thanks so much for the 33 months, man. Yumi's some league champion where you attach yourself to someone and you have them do all the work. They're like a parasite, an absolute rat. What the hell? I don't think I've seen this character yet.
Off with Fury, because of course they don't have
This
another
champion.
champ. The really cool thing about
Must be
Sidekick
new.
is that the assist character, the assist champion, the person using it, can actually like reduce the combo damage their point is receiving.
What?
Call it like combo softener internally, and it makes this really cool visual and sound effect. And you start to learn the timing of combos subconsciously when you're doing it, but you really feel like you can help out.
How do you do it?
So basically, you press any attack button the moment.
Wow, you're actually supporting.
Attack lands.
So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see you do this. The little blue glow is the softener.
So if you match the rhythm of
a
the
little too
hits,
early, but
then
yeah,
you can
yeah.
reduce damage?
All right.
Is it for the entire
So
combo?
it's actually really fun to like learn the timing and help out in that way. Again, it's just another.
I wonder
way
what
for
the
someone to
damage
play a
reduction
support
is.
Role, as a side.
Like how powerful
Then I
is
want
it?
to talk about Juggernaut. So that's the fuse that I have. On my
I
side.
didn't Melty Blood have something like that? Like Melty Blood Actress again had some kind of mechanic where you could like soften your damage by matching the hits that you received. Yeah, it's fucking weird, but it makes sense for that fuse. I kind of like what they're doing there. Like they just made a fuse that was like, oh, this is like the support fuse, and you lose some mechanics. Like it sounds like you can't tag anymore, but you also get to help out in other ways. NBA had a thing where you can reduce hit stun. And then Mortal Kombat has it, but only during cinematic Mortal Blow thing.
Screen. This fuse was one where we talked to a lot of players that let us know, like, hey, I really
Double
wanna
Down
get
is the
into this
best one,
game,
right?
But I
What
really
about
wanna
Juggernaut?
start by just learning a single champion. I don't even want to learn another champion to call assist or help out. Just want to focus really on one.
Oh, is this gonna be like Pandora from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where one character just fucking sacrifices themselves, and then the remaining character gets like super juiced up?
Specific character and like learn them to the max. And when I'm comfortable, like start to branch out. As a result, we created this Juggernaut fuse, and you literally just have one champion. You start with them. You start with 2 meters, similar to Sidekick. There's a max of 5. You gain a health and a health.
It's the
boost,
ratio
you gain a defensive
for-
boost when you're at 30% or less health.
Wait,
you also
so
don't have access to assists.
you don't have
have
access to assists.
Fury Break at the round start, similar to Sidekick. This one's interesting in that you can cast self double down, meaning you can do super into super or super into ultimate. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like.
Self
So we'll do
double down.
this,
Oh, so
and
this
I
is
can do
what
this to super.
this is what Yasuo
I
used
did
to
a
do.
little early, but you kind of get the idea, right? You pop it, wait for the juice to happen, maybe
Hey,
run
Sean,
up.
I noticed like you're playing as just as Yasuo, but you picked 2 champs.
Yeah, exactly. You want to tell a little about that, Clark?
Yeah,
What does the second champ do?
Sidekick and Juggernaut, they're unique in that during gameplay, the point and the assists cannot switch roles. However, during pre-round agency, so when it says ready, fight, we allow in all the fuses for players to switch by holding the team button, then it could do a quick tag. That's also the same case for Juggernaut and Sidekick. So in the case of Sidekick, I'm Sean's sidekick, but maybe the next round we want to switch it up a bit. We can switch at the beginning of the round, and then I am the new point character, and then Sean is my sidekick. Same for Juggernaut as well. If you can pick 2 characters, you don't even have to play the second character, but you can always switch between them from round to round.
So it's you can't tag, right? You can only switch them from round, like in between rounds at the round start. Like say when a character dies or some shit. Oh, that's interesting. It's more like, yeah, it's like Project Justice type of thing. Like you have to wait for an intermission before changing. But it sounds like that's also very anti-co-op in that it's like very hands-off, right? It's like, hey, you play this round and you're on your own, but I can't really help you much, right? I'm just here to cheer you on verbally.
Like Tom and Clock,
But I can't do
on my
anything in
Yasuo,
game.
and I lose that round. But I've done a little bit of look ahead. I know they're not good against Darius, so at the start of the next round, I'll just hold that team button and switch to
You know,
Darius.
pick Juggernaut and casual
again,
sounds so
that
fucked
round,
up.
I got only Darius.
Yeah,
you're locked in.
Darius.
Yeah.
I don't know
Another
how
mechanic
good
that,
you're going to be without an
only
assist,
Juggernaut
though.
gets access to, which is something we call eject. And so, because the team button has no assist to
Okay,
call,
so yeah, what do they do
and there's
here?
no tag launcher or another champion to
What does it
tag
actually
to,
do?
Just hitting team causes this eject state, which forces
Oh,
their
it's a
point
snapback.
character out and forces that assist character in, and now that's their new point. And so you could do things like this, and there's a little bit of guess, Clock's amazing. He got that block. Please don't gas him up too much. Like I won't be able to deal with
You
that.
you queue up for duos and then pick Juggernaut. Wait, what?
What can I say? What can I say?
He does a good defense. But again,
You mean like you're 1v2ing?
Juggernaut was just something that we really wanted folks to just focus on that one character and get in there and get in the
Oh,
mix.
like removing your
and so,
teammate from the game?
You also notice again it starts with Fury right out the gate, and again we'll talk a little bit about Fury later. The next thing I want to talk about was Limit Strike. So again, this is along the lines of really just enabling y'all to have some really.
I feel like
interesting
Juggernaut might be like it might be good for a character that is self-sufficient, but I imagine most characters in this game will be severely hindered if they don't have an assist helping them out. No, yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I know what you meant.
decisions in all kinds of situations at various points of the fight. One of the ways our combos work is that if you do what we call a major reaction, like a ground bounce or a wall bounce.
Nah,
or a
dude, have you ever
tumble,
fought an Ari assist in this game? Do you know how fucked up it is? Do you know how different it is fighting a character that has an Ari assist backing them up?
You do one of those in a combo, you don't get another one. So if you try to do another one, it just ends the combo. But now, depending
Yeah,
on
maybe
what you
it's
end
for
the
people
combo
who just
with,
wanna,
you get
like,
a little bit of a bonus
solo
on top
queue.
of it. So I'll give you an example. If you end a
But
combo
even then,
after you've already done
you could
a
be solo
reaction,
queuing with two
the ground
characters
bounce,
and
you
an
get extra
assist.
damage. If you do another wall bounce, you get extra meter. So you see extra meter bonus pops up on the bottom left. And then if you do another tumble, if I was good enough,
So they're actually turning this into like a
it does a hard knockdown.
Yeah, and from that hard knockdown,
A mechanic.
I can't roll forward or back, so I'm kind of stuck.
you get
holding
different
whatever
knockdowns
defense I have.
and meter gain and
Another thing I
stuff.
want to talk about was meter and damage decoupling. So we saw a lot of routes in Alpha Lab 1 that kind of resulted in, how do I get the hard knockdown? And hey, what is the most damage and meter I can get to get there? But in Alpha Lab 1, these things, meter and damage, weren't decoupled. So it meant a lot of the decisions around the routes that you would pursue just weren't very interesting. As a result, in this new version that you're going to play, meter and damage are now separated from one another. And attacks build very specific amounts of meter, independent of the damage done. And this just allows you to choose hey, do I want to pick a specific route for damage, or do this other route that might do less damage, but maybe gives me more meter, or even positioning as well.
Yeah, so this combined with the limit strike system, we really want to give players a lot of decision making within their combos based on how they start, based on how they want to end, and their champions and how they can capitalize off of these different
Damn, they also mid-screen.
Exactly. And Clock talked a little bit about hard knockdown, limiting some options. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. We actually gave you some options when you get knocked down so that you're not just stuck there and having to just guess for your life all the time over and over again.
That's
and literally
schmicks.
just stuck in the forever vortex off of everything. So when we knock you down, actually let me use a different one. I'll just
You can sweep me.
Okay, I'll just sweep you. You have a bunch of options now. So you can hold forward and roll forward. And this, as you saw, this does go through you. And this can be a way to get you out the corner. You can also hold backwards and roll back. And then you still can use your get up attack as well.
Right, there's a get-up attack.
I was holding that. Here you go. Right.
And that's just holding S1 or S2.
Yeah, and we've also made a change to the get up attack in that it breaks armor now, so you can't just blow through get up attacks with armor.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of folks
Darius.
just really reduce all the decisions on wake up just by getting.
So don't get me
somebody
wrong, I
some
think the
bump shield,
two-player
doing
mechanics
an
are
armor
dope and a
swing.
great way to get someone
Even-
into the game, but I
even,
personally just want to
beating
play the
get up
game as a
attack
team
was
game.
Pretty rough.
I don't know if I can trust my
I
homie
want
to
to talk
be
a little bit
in
about
control of
assist
my
speed as well.
bursts.
And so some of the assists in our game were just flying in way too quick.
It'll
they
have
just instantly
advantages
appear,
in
Darius
certain
shoulder, Echo
fuses.
Strike.
But
Ari
yeah, I
Spirit
think
Rush,
for the
it
most
was,
part, like the
right
extra
away.
coordination
There
that
was,
you
like,
have to
no
do
reaction time whatsoever.
can be
So,
seen as a
we slowed it
liability
down
for
a little
most
bit.
people.
So the assist that comes in, it went from 10 frames to 15 frames, and just allowing for a little bit more interaction as well. So
Like, there's some things that are easier done with two people.
I'm telling you right now.
Right.
Yeah, so let's talk about the feedback surrounding player agency. We heard that most players didn't mind making mistakes, but did mind when they frequently found themselves in zero agency states for long periods of time. So we've been working on some changes designed to increase the fun uptime and reduce.
You mean
the
when
amount of
you
time
mean
spend
when Braum
trapped in the
players are
corner, getting
fighting
combos,
on the
et cetera,
screen?
et cetera.
Is that what
First
they?
up, let's
Is this
talk
for
about
Braum
dynamic
players?
save. We're now calling dynamic save break. And
Thank you.
yeah, the hitbox now gets bigger over time, and then blocking break is easier to combo from. So yeah.
Shorter names are better.
You also get 50% break meter after a champion dies. Why? Well, we saw and heard that how hard it was to make a comeback. So even when folks were evenly skilled, it's hard to make a comeback. As a result, we removed Fury as a fuse and now have a new system called Fury Break. It shows up in some of the new fuses. So when a champion dies,
What the fuck?
You gain 50% break meter and becomes Fury Break, which gives you a 25% damage boost and a 25% damage reduction. You can activate this the same
it's a comeback
way as you activate
mechanic.
break by pressing, S1 or S2 plus a team button. Of course, if you're playing duos, then your duo does that for you. There are several types of Fury Break activation. So Sean's doing it offensively.
You can do it as a combo, or you can do it as a wake up,
combo. It
I
does
guess.
a wall bounce, and you get, it allows for follow-up. So, you can end your combo with it to increase your damage, or do it at the beginning of the combo to increase your damage. The bonuses that you get, so like the damage reduction,
It's like X
the damage
Factor.
boost, it allows for 10 seconds.
Sparking.
When you do it offensively. Similarly, if you do it defensively, you get those same bonuses. So you can Fury Break here. Yeah. So similarly, Sean has Fury Break activated right now, also lasts 10 seconds. The big difference is that if he does it in neutral, so if he doesn't do it offensively or defensively, just does it in neutral, the bonus actually lasts for 20 seconds. So
Raw
20
activation
seconds.
lasts.
So, but that means you
longer.
can't use it in a combo, and that also means you can't use it to save yourself. So
Yeah.
that's the sort of trade-off.
Sure. One of the great things about Fury Break is when you're in that Fury state, you can dash cancel, and it removes 5 seconds off. The
No,
clock.
I don't think
So,
they ever
off your
mentioned
remaining
that.
Time, rather.
I don't think it would be
I'll go ahead and
possible
show you.
with certain
I have it
characters'
on.
movesets.
You can dash cancel any special or normal, as long as you have it left on hit or block, which is really powerful. And so I'll show you like some fun stuff. Let's see if Clock can block this.
Oh my.
So
I would block the second part.
It's just sparking.
a lot of would've. No, you would have blocked it. So it's kind of the idea of like, hey, you're in this Fury state. It's still similar. We call it Fury Break. It's still similar. Like it works like a combo breaker. You can still like get them off of you and have a little bit of time. But hey, if you want to use this thing offensively, if you want to like pressure, like if you just block, like, sorry if I do this. They're stuck there for a second. So like they have to guess now. Like, and then. And so there's a lot of pressure that can be had. What it is when it comes down to
I don't think
to
it's a
Fury
bad
and
thing,
Fury Break,
honestly.
I know again we showed like
'Cause
Juggernaut
I've seen a
Sidekick,
lot of,
and
like,
they start with it on because
1v2 situations just seem super impossible in this game.
But any other fuse like Double Down,
Unless you're
2x
Darius.
assist, freestyle. Once your first champion dies, just remember you get that 50% Fury Break meter.
Like Darius is the only character where 1v2 is scarier for the 2. Because like he hits 2 characters so well, even by complete accident, that you like almost never want to call your assists against the Darius. Unpopular opinion, but it'd be cool if they let you choose to use motion inputs if you're so inclined. Yeah, I don't know if it would even be possible in this game. Given how the movesets are like currently designed, there's like, I don't know if there's room for it. Like I have no idea what they would do with Yasuo's moveset to make motion inputs possible. Love bleed, then their ranks.
And Fury Break is on. It's ready to go. Like once you decide to use it.
Cool, so let's talk about push block. We got a lot of feedback in Alpha Lab 1 that push block was just not available enough. It cost 1 bar, so the cost was pretty steep.
Nah, that shit was a
and
lifesaver.
also,
I always push block.
If you didn't have any meter, then you were just stuck and you couldn't push push block at all. So now it no longer costs a bar of super meter.
What?
Now it's performed by pressing the team button while you're blocking. And if you are the assist, then the assist is the one responsible for the push block.
But
internally we call this push assist. So this shares a cooldown with your assist. So and also allows you to handshake tag after a successful push assist.
They turned the assist into the push block. That's smart. Yeah, this change is... I'm a big fan of this change for sure. Because it also means that after you push block someone, then you're not going to be able to call assist for a while because they're on cooldown, right? Also, your assist is punishable in this game. Anytime you call assist in 2x KO, your character stays on the screen for a while, right? You can look right here.
To handshake tag after a successful.
Which means if you have like a full screen super or anything like that,
so,
then you can like
much
fuck
more
them up,
available
right?
Now, you have to make a choice between, calling your assist and offensive
But no, I
pressure
like
versus
that.
defense. And if you're playing with a duo,
It also makes push block like not super spammable because like there is a cooldown attached to it now.
your duo is responsible for protecting you from pressure. So
It also means if you don't have an
you
assist,
gotta-
aren't you
gotta
just
help me
fucked?
out here when it comes to getting
Can you just
shot.
not push block solo?
All right, let's see.
Hey,
Yeah, and then I can kind of keep the party going.
You still have the back roll? I mean, that's
air tech,
whatever.
we saw a lot of combos which were not, real combos during Alpha Lab 1 since folks were not air teching and holding a normal attack button while getting combos.
Yeah, you can
was
definitely
really
blow up the
unintuitive.
back roll.
So we decided to make it occur automatically.
Clock, like, this seems cool, but like, say I do a combo and you air tech back, right?
Yeah.
Can't I just like juggle you there like for a long time?
So what we've done to combat that is you can opt out of the automatic air tech by holding down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we want to prevent any sort of like checkmate situation.
I remember what I did was I would air reset someone on purpose, and then using Yasuo, I'd do that up slash like 4 times in a row, and just keep them juggled in the air, and then they would just eat like a ton of chip damage until they die.
and give you another option to protect against offense. But of course, if I'm holding down and Sean knows I'm holding down, he could just like launch me again or something, He can just keep hitting me. Yeah,
It's great.
yeah. So not a real combo, but that's the sort of trade-off between, air teching and not air teching.
We do take those though. We do take those.
So, OTG changes in Alpha Lab 1, we heard a lot of feedback.
You guys don't like
it
that
was pretty
change?
Boring to
The
end,
tech
like,
change?
a combo with an OTG, which in Alpha Lab 1, it forced the back roll, and then it really put you, at your opponent's mercy to
Seems
their
pretty
wave
common to
games,
me.
Right? So now when you do...
Like, don't a lot of games have that
OTG
kind of
round,
thing?
we give you the same suite of get-up actions as we do for other knockdowns. Yeah, I can roll back. And I can do my get-up attack.
Another one that we focused on was reducing combo length. Combos were too long or felt too long. We made a lot of adjustments with the goal of just like shortening them in the feel in general. So for one, you can no longer call assists after a tag launcher. You can also no longer tag after performing a double down super or supers with both champions in one combo. As an example, in Alpha Lab 1, we were seeing combos with multiple double downs in them, and it was taking a very long time. We also reduced hit pause across the board.
Oh, they
which
did a double down? You can no longer tag after performing a double down. Oh. Haha. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was kind of... Let me see if I can find a video. I remember finding like a Yasuo Braum TOD. And it just felt like a combo that would never end. This is back in August, right? All right, 1 second. We have video feed. Is it here? So then Braum comes in. Tag. You double down here. Or I guess it wasn't a double down, but it was a single super. Would this still be possible? Or no, because I can't tag after the super, hopefully, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tag after the super. It'd be at some point in this part. Yo, what's good, Beans? Welcome, dude. Dude, Yasuo is the best. I really like Yasuo. So Yasuo, I didn't technically double down there. That's the thing. I just supered with Braum, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oops, wrong screen.
And also no longer tag after performing.
Honestly, it
Double down
should be
super or
nerfed though, because that
super
shit's
full
out
champions
of
in
control.
one combo. As an example, in Alpha Lab 1, we were seeing combos with multiple double downs
Yeah.
in them, and it was taking a very long time.
Well,
because
'cause also the
across the board, which we talked about a little
meter
earlier,
stuff wasn't as
This
expensive.
really makes combos feel a lot shorter. It also makes the game feel a little bit faster as well. I also want to talk a little bit
I like
about,
shorter
health
combos.
regeneration. There were a lot of games where like a champion would get damaged with a lot of remaining red health.
I think new
And once
players
that-
will
once that
too.
Red goes away, you see that gray there, and that gray is what actually heals up. People would just literally run away for a really long time, and a big factor in this was not just how easy it was to run away, but
Multiple
mainly
double
just how
downs. What
long
is
it
this,
took
my
for that health to
KFC order?
regenerate. We made a regenerate at a speed which just allows players to get back into the action faster and make a decision where it's like, hey, like this player's gonna come online pretty soon. Like let me get back out there. And then I want to talk a little bit about dead assists. Dead assists? What are you talking about? Well, a big change we made is really allowing you to use your assists after they've been KO'd. You see
What happened to
Echo,
Last
off
Stand?
screen only has 2 bars. So even though Echo's KO'd,
Is Last
Tom
Stand
can
still
still do
in?
assists, can do super assists. So he's still very much in the action. And we've actually just found that
Yo, Med, thanks so much for the raid, man. Med was playing Anna's Dream Barbecue earlier, and then he made it to the end, like without knowing what happened in the game. And we're like, wait, did we like accidentally skip to the end? But yeah, I was pretty curious about that game, but I don't know if I'm like in a rush to play it immediately. Dream Barbecue isn't over. Totally speedrun it. You hit the end flag without realizing it. Welcome, guys. We're checking out the 2xKO dev update. We're like almost halfway through. But yeah, just going through all the changes that they've been doing. It's a lot so far. Like my brain can't keep up with all the stuff that they're implying. But it's like definitely not the exact same game we played. They got rid of some stuff. They're adding some new stuff. Some questionable changes and some changes that are pretty good.
a lot more fun. And when you combine that with
Med of the world
push block with
record.
the team button, there's
Time
a
to
lot
submit your
do,
score
even if you accidentally get KO'd early.
to
Or you're going to go
speedrun.com.
ahead and use this super assist. You're going to use it now and clutch out the round. You're going to waste it, and then your teammate's going to be like, oh my God, you should have saved it for the next round. Now that's your decision. That's you, and then that fight is yours to fight with your teammate as well. We still want there to be some counterplay. So like I said before, Tom, if you call your assist out, and you'll notice like that's
What
a
happened?
7-second cooldown, and it's a long time, you know. And so you can get your window back to try to turn the tides there.
Yeah, because I think how it used to be was if your assist was dead, you couldn't call them until your health dropped low enough. And then you unlocked some kind of mechanic called Last Stand. And Last Stand was an assist super attack that you could call every 7 to 10 seconds. But there was a cooldown to it, right? But now it's just you can continue calling assists when you're dead, and that's weird.
Finally, we felt like super jumps were too predictable.
Don't know how I feel about
and
that.
Also received similar feedback in that vein. So as a result, we allow you to hold forward, back, or down to drift in these directions for a super jump, allowing you to keep your opponent guessing and have a bit more freedom in how you navigate a number of situations.
As you can see the
this is my
cooldown
regular
now, it's
super jump
very
here, right. I can get that same distance and much back. You can also hold
it's a
down
big number counting
with your
down on
super
the
jump
screen, right?
to sort of affect the angle that much more. So we just wanted to give you a little bit more agency over your jump arc with super jumps. Yeah, we had a lot of work that we wanted to do in order to improve clarity and excitement.
Champion
whether
collision.
You're playing or spectating. This also lined up with a ton of feedback that you all provided us around experiences with both. One note we heard was sometimes in a match, champions were too close together and it was pretty hard to tell what was happening. So as a result, we increased the collision pill size so that now they are more
Was this an issue for people? I guess so.
visually separated during combat.
Collision
cooldown.
pilled.
So we heard from you
Jinx
all
gives me
that the
hope some
location
other
for the assist
for other
cooldown timer
characters
was,
because she's
too far
too
from the
tall.
action, so we
Which also means they
centralized
don't
this around the
care
match
about cannon
timer.
heights.
That way,
Is Jinx that tall?
It's easier to see in the middle than it is on the sides of the screen where it was before. Another thing that we heard were wall bounces were really fast and hard to follow up on.
I don't know if she's
Jinx's
any taller
animation
than, like,
for it slowed
Yasuo.
down a bit to make for easier combos. So here I'm gonna jump up so you can combo me.
Yeah, Gyasuo's kind of
so,
crouched.
Jinx right here is falling. Much
Like, if
slower
they were
than
both
she would have in
standing
Alpha Lab 1,
up
so
straight
this
right
makes it a lot
now,
easier to follow up on.
wouldn't they be the same
So
height?
handshake tag. We received a lot of feedback. That handshake tag,
Right? Am I tripping? I don't think she's that tall. I don't know if, like, the thing about 2XKO and the characters that we've seen so far, they're all humanoid characters. Like, they haven't exactly added a fucking Cho'Gath or whatever, right? Like, say, a fucking kaiju-sized character that takes up the entire screen. And I don't know if they're gonna. Like, they might just stick with human fighting game proportioned characters.
while your assist was getting hit, was not only confusing but frustrating as well.
I mean,
So
I
we
would
just
like
took
for
that
them to add
functionality
someone
out.
weird.
So, Tom.
But, you know, the biggest character we've seen so far is Braum.
Yeah. Tom, you coming? Yeah.
So I wonder if
I'm
he's
gonna
the
try to
limit.
handshake tag and I can't.
Oh,
Can't do
okay.
it.
Yeah. So get hit one more time.
Wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that always faults.
Yeah. So I'm trying to handshake tag and I can't.
Nash. Oh my god.
So bad block indicators. So
Bad block indicator.
You know, we heard that sometimes it's really hard to understand.
Oh, like getting hit by
how
an
you got
overhead or
moved
some
up,
shit?
especially in hectic, heat of the
I like
moment
this. I
battles.
think more
So,
games should have this.
We decided to add an indicator for incorrect blocking. So, for example,
So you don't have to, like,
we're gonna
wonder,
be
like,
blocking
oh, was
low.
that an
Yeah, Sean.
overhead? Was that a low? Was I thrown right there? Was that a
Hit you
command
high.
grab?
Let me just stand. Let me hit you with the normal.
Was that
just-
reversal
Oh,
invincible?
got it.
So just stand there.
Yeah. So that's me getting hit normally, and then
hold
this
back.
is me, blocking high. Hey.
You see the yellow shards.
The
coming
yellow.
out.
Oh, I guess they're
And
doing
same
it
thing
by
with the
color.
overheads. And you can see here that we've actually, the colors are a bit more striking, whether it's high or low, so that you can tell the difference between getting hit high or low. So you'll know exactly why you got hit, and you'll be able to defend against those situations in the future.
They just
So
both
celebrating
look like
outplays,
yellow
finally,
sparks to me.
when you do something
I
amazing,
need to take
you wanna
another
make
look
sure
at it,
that
though.
Everyone in and out of the game knows it, and the height matches and skill required to reach this moment. So now a successful
Jinx is
physical
supposedly
parry,
5'3",
we
which
put
should
some
make her shorter than
presentation on it,
Echoes,
so-
who's 5'6".
Yeah, so we've slowed it down. Yeah, first try. Huh?
Yeah,
Rare
they
moment.
just look yellow.
So we put some presentation on it. We added some time dilation and some and we wanted to make sure
That's
that the
sick.
effects weren't covering up the champs as well. So clarity and presentation. Similarly,
That feels
we've
good.
added new presentation
like
on the moment when you
that kind of
punish a
feedback.
retreating guard. So yeah, you block high and then. Okay, so as you can see,
You know what's funny about League of Legends is, like, you never really know how tall a lot of the characters are because you're seeing them from a very extreme top angle, right? And the way they're proportioned and designed is supposed to be so that they're readable from the perspective of playing like a MOBA game, right? But, like, seeing them in this type of angle is not how they were originally designed to look.
we have some, we're slowing down or additional hit pause as well. Some of the effects were, we consider this a big outplay moment.
Yeah, it's also pretty cool since you have a little bit more time to hit confirm and see what you want.
And use banana for scale.
So I'll show you what goes on. So I
Oh,
like
yeah.
Paul Darius do something special there.
It's too.
There we go,
Hey.
there
Hey,
we go,
yo.
there we go.
Yeah.
We got there.
Yeah, so it's presentation, clarity.
Yeah,
but also
huge
gives you a bit more
confirm
to
time.
confirm.
as you guys have seen, like Jinx is our newest
That might be
champion.
nice for Braum.
We are
Sometimes I get a
super
low with
excited.
Braum and
She's
I
our
can't
take on
combo
the Zone
after
character.
without
It's
guessing.
really important that we have a broad variety of archetypes, and this is our first like true like sort of keep you out and frustrate your character.
Zoner.
She's like a genius inventor. She's created all these gadgets, and she uses them to fight and keep you at bay and frustrate you. She's all about
man, I love
disruption,
Jinx. Jinx
chaos,
is so cool.
explosions, and just has a lot of fun doing it.
I want to main
And
Jinx.
her game plan is basically to kind of fill the screen with garbage and stay one step ahead of you, frustrate you, confuse you, and yeah, just take you down.
Dude,
that
they
way.
should add Mordekaiser. That'd be so sick.
God, I love her. Her taunts are so good.
He
I'll
just
start
like
with
summons
normal.
ghosts
She's got
and
a little
shit.
Light, medium, heavy, and she got her little crouch light, medium, heavy. Her down forward light's a little slide.
Here, look at the
Some
Razor
distance.
Jinx on the right.
And then she's got like a
Razor
running,
Gaming Jinx.
medium attack, which is low, and you can combo off of it, which is really cool. So she can go in. You know,
Michael,
she's not just keep you
Wayne
out forever,
Caldwell,
like,
thank you so much
might
for the
wanna pick
follow.
your spots to go in.
Welcome to the channel.
She's also got down forward heavy, which is an overhead, and she can combo off of it and do some stuff there.
Oh shit!
But yeah, she's
That's
got
tight.
like a couple things here, and one thing I want to call
Hit him
out
with that
too is
bonk.
her M's all use her Zapper, and that will actually come into play with how it interacts with her kit, which I'll go over in a second. I want to talk about her specials.
She's got the Monster
So,
Energy color
she's bringing
palette,
out
yeah.
Pow Pow, and she's shooting that machine.
Death
gun.
Stranding
The
type
cool
shit.
thing is, as you saw, mine only did 6 hits, but
Hope this
Clock's
game doesn't
did,
get treated like
12,
DNF did,
because
being
you can
free my
hold.
help.
So
I don't know if it was ever like on the same level as DNF Duel from what I played in the beta. I think the thing that makes DNF fucked up is that it's 1v1. And so when you get TOD'd, like the match is over, right? But if you get TOD'd in a team fighter, it's cool because you still got another character left.
just want to hold it and grind it out, you can, which is really fun. You can also hold up to extend it. And so you can hold it and then hold up and hold it. You can get 20 hits out of this thing, which is pretty
Whoa.
fun.
This move seems fun.
We'll talk about like yeah, that's a really cool point as well. One of Jinx's unique abilities is that she
Dude,
can
her
cancel
animations are really
her
fun
S1s
too.
into her
She's like
S2.
skipping around.
And so her S2 is missile, and she can cancel this on hit or block into missile. You can lift them up and then cancel into a missile and things like that. So she
You know, a
does
lot of
have
people bring that up of
opportunities to
DNF,
use, both
But
her
I think it's
S1
because
and
I've
S2
played
specials
more
together.
games of that type
Talking
that
a
I
little bit,
didn't
she has
mind.
a back S1, which is a nice little like anti-air spread, which again,
Like if you play like Samurai Showdown and Street Fighter and shit like that, it's like not
and try to follow up, which is
as
really
big of a
cool.
deal.
She's got an air S1, so she's grinding it out.
But if you're
midair,
used to, like, being
which is
able to
really
air
cool as
dash
well. You can,
around
again, combo that into missile
and like skip
So I'll go
neutral
ahead
and
just,
stuff,
Like, just show you real quick.
then it's probably
You can cancel it
not
right
the
away.
funnest
So,
game to
that is
move in.
unique to her. All right, let's talk about her S2 specials. So that's her rocket. She's
Fish
shooting that
bones.
out of her awesome weapon, fish bones. You can shoot one on the ground. You can shoot it in the air.
Striker's
You can also
fucked
hold
up.
it, which takes a second to
Striker
come up,
be
and it flies out
schmoovin'.
really fast. She can also shoot it down while she's in the air. And this hits you. It also hits OTG, so you can do. some
Ghostblade
cool
was
fun
pretty
stuff with
fast
that.
when I played
She's
him,
also
I
got down
feel.
S2, which is a rocket jump. She can hit
Yeah,
down,
those, like,
down
teleports
forward, or
and
down
shit.
back. So it's a really unique movement option that she can act out.
That's
of.
cool. It's like an attack and a movement
it
option
also
in one
hits
go.
OTG,
Little hop.
so you can find some fun stuff with that. And then she has a back S2, so you might notice this meter just above
Back
the
S2.
super bars with her zapper. When it's
Oh, yeah, I
full,
saw the
you
bar.
hit
What does the
back
bar
S2,
do?
She shoots a zapper
It uses
projectile,
up the
and this thing
gauge.
lights you up, electrifies you, and you get a free follow-up.
It's like a big stun that you have to charge up.
I know you're trying to go for that zapper combo. Look, we definitely got that on tape, all right? Also, I want to talk a lot about like her traps and how
Must be
her
fun to
kinda
work
kit,
here.
like revolves around and interacts with them. So the
Who's
first
got
thing is
fighting
she's got
game
choppers.
coworkers?
You do this with forward
Everyone
S1.
knows how to speak the
You
language.
tap it, and it has this little.
They're just trying to make a
control
good
of, like,
game.
front back, and then after a bit of time, it explodes. Again, for counterplay, if you hit her or she blocks, like it goes away. You can also just knock that thing away with projectiles or attacks, and it'll disappear. Then she can also hold forward as
Little trap,
S1
but
and
you
throw
can
the
hit it
jumper.
away.
And that's actually really cool. You notice the eyes are completely off when she's throwing it. Is not active. So go ahead and throw it at me, Clock. So even though it hit me,
Ah,
it's still on the ground active. But then once it's active, if it touches you, it's gonna lock on. It's gonna explode after a little bit of time. So the name of the game
Damn,
is
that's
like, do you
oaky.
put it out?
that's Okie
Then
juice.
do you use your buttons in really cool ways to get it over to the opponent, right? And so you know, like,
Having
if you
this
look
kind
at
of
this,
move
like,
is so
crouch
nice in
or
a
you look
team
at
game
this
because you can just
S1,
use it and then
there's
tag
a
out and
lot
shit
of
and
ways
do
you can interact with
do some
chompers.
nonsense after
Yeah,
it.
you could do stuff like that. That's actually ridiculous.
Like, it has good utility.
Hammer heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And so, and another really cool thing too is her assists. Speaking of chompers, you know, when you do a team that calls chompers, and you notice it attaches on block even. They have to,
Damn.
like, you can parry the explosion, but it's something they really have to pay attention to. And then of course her back assist is her S2. Was that a parry attempt that I just saw there?
Maybe.
That's
Maybe.
yeah, okay, let's see. We're gonna give you a chance. Okay, we got there. That's like one of her little traps. Another one is monkey. So you do this with down S1, and she puts this monkey out.
What
and
the
it'll go
fuck?
across the screen, and once it reaches,
It's the monkey
champion,
from
it
the film
explodes, the enemy
Monkey.
champion. However, you can hit the down S1 again, and she can raise or lower the height.
I heard there's a
which
copyright
is
on
really
that.
fun.
On like
And
the monkey
Tom
with
mentioned
the
before,
clapping.
hey, hitting the chompers with, like, you know, her
Symbols.
specials and normals. You can do the same thing with monkey as well. You can smack it. They kind of bounce into each other, and then, like, you could do stuff like this. Here, I'll go ahead and reset it to the middle. So just don't move. Sorry. So don't move at all. So you can do stuff like this.
when
let's see if I
when
can
the
do it.
training mode
Let's see.
resets and everyone's just confused.
Second.
Was that a cut?
Ooh,
So-
cross up monkey.
Yo, cross
there's
up
a lot of
monkey.
really clever things you can do with it. Like
Wait.
and it's
Wait, let me see that cross up monkey again.
good. Let's see if we can try it. Just a second.
So you hit him over, and then she hops. She hits the thing, and now she's over on the other side, and it explodes. It's a little slow, but the concept's there.
Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if we can try it.
The concept is there.
Ooh,
So-
cross up monkey.
So there's
Cross
a
up
lot of really
monkey.
clever things you can do
Monkey-
with it.
monkey-oki.
And it really depends on your timing and how you execute there. But another cool thing that you can do with the monkey is that you can actually charge it with your zapper. And so that's your zapper special, you know, under with the bar at the bottom of the screen, but also your M button. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So if you hit it, it actually, like, gets charged. It goes faster, and then it's gonna, like, quickly electrify them. You get a,
Jinx is
a
like the
combo
kind of character I
afterwards,
could
which is
see
really
myself
fun.
enjoying, but she's
And
definitely
same,
not
if
like
you
my
do this with the
natural
zapper,
character preference.
and maybe that hits.
She's
maybe
got
it
all this
doesn't,
setup
you know, we'll
and
see if
shit
you
with
can time it
her.
better than I can.
Like she,
I mean, again,
as
this
opposed
one's
to a
little
character that
interesting.
can just like
That's
run
really
up and hit
durable.
you.
Projectile. So if you just you hit it with a normal attack, it'll kill it. But try shoot rockets at it.
Did I really like Jinx in League? Because she had that like
Yeah. So the projectiles just push it
hyperactive
back, really. And so
mechanic, like every time
that's,
you
one of the strengths compared
attack
to
or
Chompers,
get a
which is
kill,
just
you
destroyed by
start
everything.
attacking faster
And
with
so
her.
I want to talk a little bit about her supers. So her S1 super, which you remember.
Cool
is
one's
S1 plus
pretty
any normal. So we're
simple.
gonna do S1 and L.
I feel.
She puts this big rocket in there, and a bunch of fireworks occur. So a really cool thing you can do is you can just like run up and do like light, medium, heavy.
I wouldn't
hold
consider 'em,
S1,
like,
up S1 and then do her S1 super.
extremely
and get that rocket going.
set
And
play,
this is a really fun
heavy.
super because if you can get them in the sweet spot.
Yeah, he
of
just
the
does
explosions,
wheel.
That's a ton.
He just does wheel and then does like high-low
Also,
flight shit.
You know, it's good to
But
catch
it's not
jumpers,
super complicated.
And another thing I want to talk about a
It's
little
like
bit
set
as
play
well
for
is
babies.
Her S2 super. So this one is she takes that zapper and
I miss Kuon though.
charges it
Kuon's
into a
tight.
big beam. This is it doesn't do as much damage.
Yeah, I
as the
think
fireworks
Jacko's
in the
more
sweet
like
spot, but it's
of
great
a,
for
what I
killing
would call a
assists,
set play
you know,
character.
and hitting.
There's like more
multiple people at
situations
once.
that you can set up
Also,
with
once you
her,
activate it, after the activation,
her
you can
little
activation, you can
minions.
hold up and angle it upwards, so you can do it.
Yo, she got
when
that
someone tries to
Shinku
jump,
Hadoken.
You can react during that freeze. You can also shoot it straight in the air or straight down, as Clock showed. And we'll see if we can get this guy going.
It's so easy.
I'm just really bad at this game. Jesus.
There we go.
There we go. I was doing the wrong one. That's
When
one.
the devs say they're bad at the game,
And so yeah, you can shoot that down. You can shoot
she's
it
going
straight.
through it.
See, he tried to parry. Oh, let's see if he can parry this thing. Hold on, let's see if he can parry this. Listen.
Come to the office every day.
You do hate to see a misplay.
To work on a
You do
game
hate
you
to see a
suck
misplay,
at.
but we like the attempt. If y'all can parry that, send me a clip. Send us all a clip. We want to see it. And you better not whiff at the
Jinx
end.
is the
It has
full
to be like a
parry.
parry and a punish. That aside, though, there's a lot of, as you can see, there's a lot of utility with the beam. You have S1 plus S2, which is her ult. This is one
Super
of my
Mega
favorites.
Death
It's
Rocket
really
Monkey
sick.
Cannon.
So she hits this button, lets it rip, and this thing comes down and explodes and does a lot.
I
of
noticed they
damage.
don't have voices
The really
enabled
cool thing is it
for this
kind of tracks the opponent's location a little bit.
demo.
And that super mega death rocket will land like right.
Sounds
in
like they
front of
needed
them.
it.
But also, it
Show up
its
to
height
work
doesn't
just to get
change.
mixed.
So if, like, they're in the air,
Just to get
it will
mixed by
hit
better
them,
fighting game
in the air
players.
as it's falling,
Who
which
is
really
the
cool
entire
to see.
office.
Maybe manufacture that.
Everyone in the office is like an
Yeah,
Evo
but-
champion.
Man. Yeah, so you see it brought clock down, which is really cool as well. And yeah, I showed you a little bit of the assist. I do want to show you the super assist, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, what's her super assist?
So she shoots a
Oh,
big spread.
okay.
And, you know, some
Yeah,
of our,
spread it,
Super
Jinx.
assists, they do
Give us that
look
spread.
like existing supers in the game. But you know, sometimes we want it to be a little bit different. And you know, we're definitely experimenting with a lot of different shapes here.
That's nice.
It's a pretty fun moment when you come back and the assist helps and gets.
I'm
through it.
calling that shit, and then I'm dashing
So,
behind it.
Go ahead and reset. We'll go ahead and
Just
set
going
the,
in.
the health, so I can show you a little bit about like
The
a couple
Kalina
combos,
Ann?
maybe just to kind of like get the juices flowing. I'll go ahead and start with
The lady?
a really fun one that uses a couple of her traps. So you can throw the chompers out, throw this out, zap, wait for it to explode, throw it out, hit the beam. Let's see if I timed it right.
Yo, who's manning Jinx? Who wants to be an
So
asshole?
now I get double down. I was mashing.
Takes a bit more precision.
It
than
does
that.
take a little bit more precision. I do have to double down. We'll give.
Yeah,
it one more
I feel
try.
like the
We'll see if we
fucked
can
up
do
thing
it.
about Vegeta's
Um,
assist is
let's see if
it
we
comes
can
from
try
an
it.
angle that you
We'll do
can't even
this.
reach him at.
Do this.
Like he's behind the character who called it, but he's also in the air.
Beam. Is that gonna
He's like
hit?
in the safest position possible.
Oh, you got
Oh, I didn't do it.
too soon.
I did it too early, but you get the
you
idea.
show
Honestly, zoner
Yeah.
characters can be pretty smooth
Yeah,
brained.
absolutely.
You just
So,
got to figure out their
one cool thing you
pattern.
can do is like I said before, down forward heavy is her overhead, and you can do
Zoners,
something like that. Where you can,
I've learned over the
do a
years, they're
rocket
just
jump,
they're as dumb
immediately,
as everyone
cancel that
else.
into
It's just
her-
they're
her
playing a different game plan
RS1
with a
and then,
different
go
kit,
right into the-
but they're
the
also
laser.
just derping it, right?
Yeah, one of the bread and butters I use.
It's
is
not
just sort of
necessarily
like a mixed screen
smart.
combo that I showed earlier, which is oh, wrong super.
It's like the same way how you can have like a smart grappler, right?
Or you can do here's average charge.
People like to
Oh, yeah,
stereotype
let me-
grapplers
let
as
me,
being dumb, but no, you can have
yeah,
you
so
can
it's
have a
just
smart
like
grappler.
light, medium, heavy. full
I've seen 'em in the-
cancel
I've seen them in the
rocket,
wild.
zap.
Into zap,
If I was
yeah.
if I was a little quicker, should we get the full? Oh, we got the full. Let's see you do it.
I'm gonna aim it up.
That's the
There you go.
stereotype. Unga bunga
nice.
grappler and then smart
I'll go
zoner.
ahead, yeah, like the one I think is
Dignified
the most fun is really just
zoner.
like light, medium, heavy. Hold this,
With
lift it
a
up, and then do the
fucking
fireworks. The cool thing
college
is you can start setting up.
education.
So I'm putting a monkey out. I'm throwing a chompers, and there's like already stuff coming at him on the screen. Yo, how dare you hit that thing down?
I get it
That's
outta here.
disrespectful. Let me go ahead. I want to show you like two more really fun combos again, just to kind of get the juices flowing. These are pretty hard.
Dude, seeing
They took-
Jinx
they
in a
took me
fighting
some
game
time to
looks so
practice. I
nice.
didn't
It feels
make
like she
these
was
up.
made for
Shouts to
this.
the team that made them up. So one of the things I want to show
She
off,
was always meant
was
to be
this,
here.
Unique normal she has back heavy, and this is cool because
We know
it
7 of the
puts her
10.
airborne.
I think we
So you
might
can
know
shoot a
8 of the
missile
10 if they're
after it.
gonna
You can do a
announce
lot of really
Katarina
cool stuff
anytime
after it.
soon.
So,
Because
I wanna kinda
Katarina was
show
in
you,
some of the
one thing
beta
that's
footage,
cool. We'll
or
see
like
if
the
we can get
early
here.
like Project L announcement footage. You could see her in some of the clips. Yo, the bomb! Oh, yo,
There we go.
that was tight.
How you use her normals in conjunction
I saw
with,
a bunch of jump
all her
heavies
traps
there.
is just what
Or jump
really
hammer.
like makes her fun, to a lot of us, and we're excited.
I
to
think
see you all
Vi
dig
is like
into
a
it.
shoo-in
I'll leave
'cause,
you off
like,
with
any
just one
character
more.
from Arcane
This one's like
they're
pretty
just
hard for me,
cross-marketing,
so
right?
I'm gonna need a lot of tries. I need some cheering from y'all to see if we can get
I
this.
believe in you, Sean.
This one I'm gonna thank
I'm
you,
cheering.
thank you.
I want to see some.
I'm gonna try to use Darius
Juicy
assist
shit.
and use some traps here. So we'll see how it goes.
Yo! Wait, they're cooking. They're cooking. They're doing something crazy.
All right, that didn't get there.
That's pressure. Doing this in a recording. yo, what the? Oh!
We did it. Let's go.
That's tight.
Go. All right.
That was from full screen.
I'm glad I got that. I'm sweating a little bit.
Full
shout out to the
screen
team.
combo conversion.
Loving how Jinx looks. There's just so many crazy interactions that you all can come up with here, and we can't wait to see you just like really break it open.
So should we like play some matches?
Ooh,
Hell
let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Some matches.
Yeah, I was figuring we could actually do this in the new ranked lobby.
Oh yeah, those are the characters, right?
Some matches.
Let's take
Yeah,
a
I was
look.
figuring we could actually do this in.
Yeah, these are the ones from the beta. Plus Jinx. So we had 6 characters in the beta, and now we have 7 with Jinx. And that leaves room for 3 more.
The new ranked lobby that we're cooking up. Everything we've run through today and more will be
Oh, yeah,
available
this
in
is-
Alpha Lab 2. That playtest is going to
This
run
is
from
new.
April 18th to 20th in the United States, Canada, and Brazil.
18th to 20th
we
of
really want
what?
to know how these changes are landing for you compared
April?
to Alpha Lab 1. So be sure to tell us what you think if you're invited. As we continue to put together
Oh,
this
but it's
game
closed
and
beta?
understand our path to launch,
Does
we'll be
not
sure
open?
to keep you in the loop. So stay tuned for updates when we're ready. Can't say
If
exactly
I got
when
in the
that will
last
be,
beta,
but
can I
promise
just get
we're gonna keep you
invited
guys
again
well
automatically?
informed as we understand more.
I almost didn't
For
get
now,
into
let's
the
go
last
to the
one.
show matches, huh? Let's go. All right, thanks.
Well, let's watch a match.
I wonder.
It's Borderlands, Jinx. No, everyone got costume. That's a sick Braum costume. What the fuck? Knight Braum. We got Yahozi and Japology Man versus Marlin Pie Nerdjosh. Marlin Pie Nerdjosh on the sidekick. And then Yahozi Apology Man on freestyle. Face the win. Now I want to see some Jinx shit. Who's got the nastiest Jinx? Who's nastier between Apology Man's Jinx or Nerdjosh? Oh, went for the regular grab, I think. But Nerdjosh holding North. I'd hold North against Braum too. He's pretty scary. His command grab conversions are insane in this game. He gets a buff and everything too. Nice air throw. Oh my god. That's a dead Braum. Yeah, we got voices now. I think they just turned them off for the demo. So they're not like talking over the characters. Oh, that's cool. She does like a little kick that puts her airborne, and then she could follow up from it. Nah, these combos are crazy. Oh, is that her theme song? Nice anti-air. The 2H. The characters are so like... They're so colorful. Animated. Oh, what the fuck? When did Marlin die? Dashes are kind of loud. I feel like I heard someone else complain about that. Was it on Twitter? I think they sound really good, so I'm not personally bothered. I'm not sure if they like changed it from the last beta. But I feel like it might just be in my headphones too, but like I feel like the frequency at which those sounds are playing at is not invasive to me. It's not ear piercing. Yo, the wake up Nash. Dash up. Yo! they knew they were gonna jump.
Until I shoot. Then they can.
Time to throw down.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because you're definitely not the only person who complained about that.
Too many guns? More like not enough.
I feel like I saw someone bring it up on Twitter or something.
Let's go!
Feels bad when your projectiles don't go full screen. Can she OTG? Doesn't seem like it. That's nice. Her overhead kind of reminds me of like Braum. Uh-oh. You're kind of dead. I'm really surprised they went with Sidekick for like part of the fuses in this game. I feel like it's anti 2v2. It's still 2v2, but it's like a very uncooperative version of 2v2. It's more like taking turns. You're not really coordinating much. Forgot about the bleed. Oh my god, the bleed is so fucked up, man. That's how he is in the game too, in League. You can still tag after supers, I think. I think the thing is you can't tag after the double down. Like, so you can't do super into tag. I think that's what it means. Something I want to try is getting a friend who doesn't play fighting games to play with. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think this game will be any more accessible than like any other fighting game of this versus 2v2 tag series. Like they're all pretty hard to learn. It's just whether you want to learn it or not. I think the game being free to play helps a lot if it is going to be free to play. But no, it's like you either learn the game or you get your ass beat, right? There's no way around it.
All hubris is felt with the weight of an axe.
But you could say the same about any other game, whether it's like a first-person shooter or like a fucking MOBA game.
Ready. Let's go.
Yo, this Echo costume's sick. The Dune Echo. Lisan al-Gaib Echo. Oh shit! That's scary. Ilaoi pressure. In motion. I remember trying to play Ilaoi originally in the beta and I couldn't get her to work very well. And I switched to Braum and preferred him a lot more. I think both of them were like the weakest characters in the beta for me though, in my opinion. I felt like they got mauled easier compared to like Ari or Echo or Yasuo or Darius. My god. Not the Echo mix. You found her boring in practice? There is a kind of scary pressure that you do feel when there's like a bunch of tentacles on the screen. It just gives her extra turns, right? A lot of her gameplay is just honestly like swing for your special attack and hope for the best. She has such long reach. What an air to air, Jesus. Oh, that's smart. They like use their own assists as bait so that when Nerd Josh tried to punish the Nerd Josh tried to punish the Echo assist and then got punished by Jinx assist in turn. Or got punished by Jinx. Ooh, what a pickup. Running up from full strand. Honestly, it's pretty crazy to commentate this game because there's so much happening at once. It moves so fast. Oh wow. The overhead! That's filthy. I don't know, Tubolt. That's a very good question. I'm not sure. I would assume that it would be on console with crossplay. But I don't know if they actually ever confirmed it. Oh yeah, Skullgirls. I think Skullgirls was like the first game to do that. It's like, hey, what do you want as your assist? Just pick it. Do the input on the character select screen and we'll have that be your input. Last beta was console with crossplay? Oh, okay. So I guess it's already confirmed.
Ready. Let's go.
I know this is extra work, but it'd be neat if the skins, like some of the more premium skins, if they want to make money this way, can have like unique animations tied to them. Unique win pose. Or do like equipable win poses. That way people can skip your $20 win pose. They're just like, nah, I'm not gonna even let you play it. You wasted money for nothing. That's such a nice super for this kind of game. Just like a full screen laser super. She's gonna do a great job at punishing assists. Bad assist calls. No. Wow. You didn't mean to get that. You didn't mean to hit that. Illaoi's insane. The Eclipse Paladin and Revelator? Oh, you mean those fucking like super blinged out like glowing gold colors? The fucking Nega soul. It's just like an inverted color soul. Just ate it. That was cool. That was neat. I appreciated that showcase, and they even just like showcase some of the new mechanics they were talking about too. What do you guys think? I need to definitely like play the game to get a feel for all of these changes, but it sounds like they did a lot with the mechanics. Yeah, I mean the fact that they're thinking about it at all, I think is like cool. You know? Whether we agree or know how all of the changes are going to end up is like a different discussion, but it's like the devs they care. They're thinking about stuff that maybe most people are having like a hard time pinpointing, right? Because the players are giving feedback, but for their job is like, okay, so how do we like piece together that feedback and find a solution? Because it might not be as simple as just changing this thing to some other thing. We gotta like figure out what's the underlying cause. Yeah, I think for me, the sidekick mode, while it might be interesting for some other people, I think that's like probably not the fuse that I would ever pick for this game. Like, I'm not playing this game to play a 1v1 fighter, right? I like the team aspect. I like having an assist. I like playing with another person if I'm playing 2v2 and like communicating and coordinating with them. Like, that's something I would value more than just taking turns. I think the sidekick mode is okay just for people who want to practice learning assists. Yeah, it seems like, you know, there's definitely some people who are going to prefer it. I'm just like, dude, you're going to get mauled without an assist in this game, so I don't know how good it's going to be. Like, having more health and defenses doesn't mean anything if you can't defend yourself. Hear me out. What if your duo is dumb as shit? Time to erase it from existence and pick Juggernaut? I don't ever pair with dumb teammates. You get cut from the team. You get a formal like firing if you're a bad duo for me. I pull you up and I tell you like, hey, listen, you know, I don't think it's gonna work out between you and me. I don't think we're gonna make Evo champions like this. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to find another duo. One thing I'm not sure is it seems like matchups change a lot with different fuses. Yeah, that's the interesting part though, right? It's like how different are characters going to be when played under different fuses. There's probably going to be like an optimal pick that everyone will do eventually, but I hope that the options stay viable and that people find ways to play the same character in different playstyles depending on the fuse they pick. It's bound to be a fuse that's either absolute garbage or most OP fuse to exist. I mean, dude, the problem with the beta last time was Double Down was like undoubtedly the strongest fuse. And then after Double Down was the double assist fuse. I forgot what the name was. The 2x assist fuse? The one that lets you use Ari assist twice? And then like you just took the best character with the best the best assist character and just used it twice, and it was super oppressive. Oh no! Church, welcome in! Hi, we just wrapped up here, but I hope you had a great stream. Welcome everyone. Casino Crew Raid. Yeah, we just checked out the 2XKO dev update video. And we just got done. We're about to end soon. I hope that's okay. Hope you had a great stream too. Dun, dun. Sajam's doing a Q&A for 2XKO. Is it on YouTube right now, or is that for later? Let me peep the YouTube channel. Yeah, it seems like for now, the last video we got was the one we just watched, and that was like 3 days ago. Like on the official channel, I mean. Let's head on and get some YouTube. Yeah, go get some food, Church. Thank you so much for sending your viewers over. And definitely take care of yourself if you need to. Get up and get some food. Get a good stretch in. Da, da, da. That's why the news from the 10 characters broke out? Oh, really? So it was just like more of like a casual Sajam stream type of thing. I'll probably watch that off stream on my own time later, because I did want to keep today's stream on the shorter side. But who are we gonna raid? any 2XKO players online? I know that Fatal Fury City of the Wolves had a beta this weekend, but is it still going? I could send you guys off to someone playing City of the Wharves. Oh yeah, let's raid Nerd Josh if he's online. That'd be perfect. I don't know. There's some weird shit happening on Nerd Josh's stream right now, though. I don't know what he's watching. You want to see what Nerd Josh's stream looks like right now? I'll take a... This is Nerd Josh's stream right now. I don't know what the fuck the dude's doing. It's definitely not Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Oh shit! Yo! He's on some 70s, 80s B movie type shit. That's wild. What the fuck? It's the ripoff Terminator? Who I could send you guys off to, if Nerd Josh is not here at the moment. Looks like Automatic's online. And he's playing T-Zoc. Automatic's a really good fighting game player. My old Street Fighter Cross Tekken pen pal. We used to play Street Fighter Cross Tekken back in the day, and like we're considered the SFXT Defense Force because everyone hated the game at the time, but me and a handful of other people, and we always like swore by it. Like, no, this game's really good. You guys just don't get it. To be fair, you have to have like a high IQ to understand Street Fighter Cross Tekken. You know, that's what we were telling the world back then. But yeah, that's pretty much it from you guys. I don't know what is on the agenda for next week, but this week we got to play some Magna Carta on Thursday. Got to play a nice full playthrough. No, I guess it wasn't a full playthrough. It was like we got to see the ending of Girl Scrapers, which is a really cool and cute precision platforming game. Highly recommend you look it up if you want to play a platforming game that's not too long and not too challenging, but just hits like the right spot. Can't recommend it enough. Really good game. Needs more attention. And I did receive a key for it for free, but I also would like to recommend it to everyone. And yeah, got to do some 2XKO review at the end of the week, but sorry to leave after the raid as well. I know Church just came in with all the casino crew, and Med also raided earlier as well, along with Mikishi. I gotta get to bed, so I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy Automatic's channel. Looks like his channel's follower, subscriber only, but if you like him, feel free to give him a follow. He's a really cool guy. All right, see ya. Peace. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.